Keep it pyro.
You know, when he steps on the mic, you kind of know who it is straight away. Yeah. You know, a lot of MCs come and go. A lot of MCs, they just want to, talk some trash.
Right.
You know, I'm getting my sway on right now. But then there's a certain breed of MC that
listen.
That when you hear him, you sit up and listen.
This is Micall Parknsun talking live on PyroRadio. I don't usually send messages to certain people like, you're good. You know what I'm gonna say to you, innit? Like I've sent him beat thing. I want him to rap on my beats. I've sent him stuff.
That's a match made in heaven.
You know what I'm saying?
We'll make this happen, man. We'll make this happen.
But that's before this even happened. So I'm just leaving that there. This guy's dope. That should just say it for what it is.
We got Parallax in the building.
Let's get it on.
Yeah.
Thank you for that lovely intro, and appreciate that love and support. And Parky will make that happen for sure.
Yeah, man. You need to before I turn global.
You know what it is?
Start thinking my shit don't stink.
It's so fun. It's so fun.
I think a lot of the MCs that we get in the studio, man, they're suited for Parky's productions, man. And I think that's because I only bring in a certain quality of rapper that knows how to body a dope hip hop beat, and that's what we've got here today. We got Parallax in the building.
Appreciate that, man.
We got Parallax here.
Should do it like drink shows. Make some noise!
Yeah, man. All right. So before we have any further ado, tell us a little bit about yourself. How long you've been spitting? How you got into the game? What you've had out over the last X amount of years?
Yeah.
And let us know, man.
Well, I'm an artist called Parallax, rapper, producer, DJ. A bit of a DIY, do it myself. Born in Winchester, Hampshire, moved to East London as a late teen. Sort of started getting involved in the open mics and a lot of that sort of stuff at an early age around then. And then, I sort of built up my whole sort of thing through live cyphers, really. Do you know what I mean? Before I was putting anything out.
The organic way.
Yeah, and then I sort of got on channels and sort of started to see it back and go, yo, I've got something here, And then I just sort of took my time trying to build a product because I was originally doing production as well, and I was putting out little things before that, before I was even doing hip hop and involved in other little projects. But, I was someone who's like a perfectionist, someone who cares about the sonic. So when it came to like making my EP, it was one of those things where it took longer than it probably would if I had all the other help, but I had to do it my own way to get the sound, So like it started off, me writing my things and then learning about production, but then it was like the mixing and like building the booth and then learning how to record the vocals the way I want. So it was like I sort of took every step as I went into the point where I sort of did most of the project myself. But I did join to
you had no choice, innit? It was one of them.
Yeah, it was one of those ones where I was like, I still want to do it my way.
I can pay some guy to do it, but I don't think he's going to do it the way how I want it to sound.
Properly, do it yourself.
And it was also like as well, there was, people about in the scene, but I wasn't like really inspired on that same wavelength that I wanted to introduce myself as an artist, hence why I had no features or anything. I was like, I just want to give people this little taste of what, I grew up listening to people like Dilated. I love Dilated for their sound, Nas, all those sort of heads, but they were people that I aspired to with sound, so like I sort of draw for those inspirations when I was creating my project. I want to do something fresh, but yeah, I mean, it's been a long road, and I'm someone who takes my time. So really, next year, hopefully, I can improve it with a few projects coming out.
So your project, that first project, Depth Perception, what that was, that 2014?
That was 2014. Yeah, so it's been a couple of years,
Yeah.
But I've been stacking. That
one did well for you though, considering as a debut release. It was
good, man.
How many countries was it sold in?
Like 13 or more. Yeah.
You were going like Venezuela and stuff, right?
I've done like some shows in Berlin, done some stuff in Asia.
Cambodia, right?
Cambodia.
Yeah, that's it. I got it twisted. And you was close.
Done some stuff in France. And up and down the UK, like supported Dead Prez in front of like 1,000 people at Concord. Got asked to support Jizza. Me and Jizza on the lineup. It would have been the sickest gig, but he cancelled the tour like 2 weeks before because Vangalis was making an album with him, and he had to like basically he cancelled the whole European tour because he couldn't the album wasn't ready and everything, and I was like, this is like, I had the flyer out and I was like, man, I saw the flyer and I was like, damn, man, I need to work. And I have never been so fit after that show. I was running like 25-minute sprints on the treadmill because I was like, it's just me on stage, and then Jizza next, like, I need to represent. So I was properly, after that I got a bit lazy, but like I need some carrot like that to chase so I can get mega fit.
For real.
But yeah, it was
I don't know how you guys do it, man. I don't go, I just like drink and smoke. That's my energy for the show.
Everything in my
I don't know how you do that. I'm gonna do it though. I'm old now. I need to go gym. I need to walk. I do walk a lot, but yeah, I feel you, man. You need the respiratory thing going on.
I swear, I struggle. Too much drink, too much smoke. Not good for me. I ever like struggle to perform it the way I want or forget bars, whatever. But yeah, I envy these people. They just rock up to the shows and just
crazy,
get off their nut, you know what I mean? They're battered out of their head, and then they just do the show, no problems. I'm just like, man.
I'm amazed at some of these grime MCs, or mainly grime MCs. They just, chuff down the zoots like nothing, like weed is gonna disappear tomorrow.
Listen,
and they come up on stage and they're reciting like 20 minutes of bars without any hesitation whatsoever. And a lot of these are new bars as well. They're not even like bars they've spat 100 times.
It works in different ways for people.
I don't remember unless I big up Mr. Flip Tricks in the room. Like I was at his album launch and I had to perform, and I'm there with greats like Task Force and stuff, and I was like nervous. Yo, Flips, can I just go out? Like, he goes, make sure you're here 5 minutes before. Alright, cool. But I can't remember. If I don't want a zoot, I'm forgetting bars.
Really,
like,
that's
straight. Like,
so if you
it works.
So what's the other way around?
Serious. I'm forgetting. I'm forgetting bars, man.
Them ones there,
man.
All right. So flashing forward to 2017. I know you've got a couple things in the archive, not even archive, in the bank waiting to come out. Tell me a little bit, if you want to hold it back. But it's quite exciting.
Well, I'm aiming to put out my debut LP.
This year?
And this year, and I've got an EP with Life MC and Napa.
Jeez,
that's coming together, and I'd like to see that out. But yeah, man, like I'm looking forward to the album. Like did a track with Rucker from Dilated Peoples, but like I worked well hard and managed to like shoot a video in London and LA for the track, and the track's called Round and Round, and it's sort of a concept on round and round, life going round and round, but then we linked London and LA in the lyrics, and then man, I managed to sort everything out, and we've shot it on both together in London and both together in LA. So when that drops, man, like that is going to be that's the biggest achievement of my life. Just going out there and being with them and being able to see how they do it out there, and
it's the biggest achievement. You mentioned exactly. That's what I'm saying.
They were my biggest idols.
You know what
I'm saying? So like it was one of those ones where like the night after we shot it, I was just like, man,
pinching yourself.
This is crazy. Like, you know what I mean? Like I could sort of stop now and be like, yo, content. At least you did that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the beginning for me. I'm in this for the long run, man. So, it's been a long process getting everything sorted, but I believe that, once it's done, it's there for life. So I'm gassed about that, getting that done. And I'm working with a close mate of mine called Cam, who's got a project coming soon.
Was it K-A-M?
It's C-A-M. C-A-M. And he's a good mate of mine. He's a hard spitter. He's on my shows as well. He rolls around with my shows now. Getting him on my album, and he's releasing his EP, and I'll be featured on that as well. So dropping
a few young features. Blood that you're bringing through, like mentoring.
It's my housemate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
So he's a good mate of mine. And like we've been doing it for time, but so really it's just I'm focusing on my album material. I've got this EP coming with Life and Napa, and then other features on other projects. And I'm just looking to. I've been a bit quiet for a while, and I really want to sort of give people the next wave. I wasn't the sort of guy that just wanted to put out an EP and then suddenly put single. Like I've sort of like grown as an artist between projects, and I felt like I wanted to at least create a bit of a body before I sort of leaked the next wave, to give people that next step.
Keep it pyro.
Let me talk to you about your influences growing up. You mentioned the Nas and you mentioned the Dilated. In terms of production, who's on your wavelength?
Production, I used to love Ninth Wonder and that for the soul side. So I was one of these guys that used to love the soul side of things over the, say, melancholy side. But as I grew older, I preferred that as well. But so people like Ninth Wonder, I used to love. Fest One from People Under the Stairs. He's underrated. He's sick.
Both of them, man. Both of them.
Yeah, they
make their stuff together.
who else? You know, Buck Wild, all that stuff.
Sick.
And from the UK, you know, Beat Butcher, you know, Jest as well. Used to love some of the beats he was doing.
Yeah, big up Butcher, man.
Yeah, Butcher's killing it.
He's back from LA.
And some of my favourite guys now doing it would be a guy from Bristol called Dead. It's hard.
TBRC.
Dead TBRC.
Yeah, he produced something for my cousin, the Fly Hooligan, as well. Yeah,
so he's ill. George Fields, ridiculous.
Yeah,
Chairman
nice.
Math, ridiculous.
Dope.
And also, you know, my man Benjamin Smith. You know, stay strong, brother. Yeah, DJ Daredevil. He's also one of the most talented producers that I've been fortunate enough to meet. Who's also working with my boy Cam.
Yeah, cool, man. So let me ask you a little bit about your time out in LA, because you shot a video with Rucker Iris Science from Dilated. How did that go down? What is the kind of the lowdown of the day? How did you guys like execute that?
Yeah, well, it was crazy, man, because you know, we basically met up a few days before and locked off some locations. He sort of took us around this area, took us to some place to get good garms, and like took us out for food and drink and that.
Wow.
And you know, we just chopped it up, like, you know, it was safe, man. Sorted us out, weed, all that stuff. You know, like fucking took care, which was nice to see. And then yeah, we basically met him. It was the day after that, because I did radio, and yeah, it was a mad day because we had to shoot the first part of it around Venice Beach and things. Okay. So we had to like pick up all the rental kit, and then we basically had to go Uber around and then find this place to store the camera. So I had to pay like money to the self-storage just to store something for like 30 minutes, but do the paperwork and all that, you know, just because we had to stash some of it. So we were caning it around in the Ubers, you know, and then like it was just mad. We like lost bits, managed to pick bits up for the camera gear, and then basically we just had to knock it out. We knocked like some of it out on Venice Beach and all that, and then we ended up meeting Rucker and his driver, my man Big Rise. He's in the video as well. Yeah, and then we like shot some dope stuff outside the Disney Center in LA, and it was mad. There's like security there, and they all walked past and stuff just before we were shooting, and we managed to sort of turn the camera and then like knock it out. It's gonna look dope, and like that can match, like, because we shot a lot of it outside Piccadilly Circus as well, so like another big backdrop in between all the other stuff to like match the London LA round around the world theme. You know, the whole video is saying that me and him are going round and around the world, you know? Like, it's crazy.
Double meanings on there then.
Yeah, and then so yeah, that happened, and then, you know, we knocked a lot of that out, and then it was a mad day, man, because it was like back to back having to like get things sorted, and then we shot what we needed, and then he had to shoot to go to they were headlining the show at this venue with like beat junkies and bare people there, and yeah, so I rolled with him to the club after that, and it was sick, you know. Took me out to the VIP. There was like Charlie Tuna, everyone there in this small room like this. There was like, you know, like just all sorts of like famous people. Like met Crondon, like met all these guys from LA, Beat Junkies, Dilated Evidence, you know, and then chill with Rucker, and then saw how they did it, man. It was crazy, like seeing the show. Like it's well different out here, man. Like
even LA compared to New York is mad different as well. It's like 3,000 miles away, isn't it?
It's crazy, and it was just mad, like seeing that. Like they headlined and absolutely killed it. I'm just standing backstage, like what an epic like finishing touch, and then got to meet a few people there. Like shouts to House Shoes.
Yeah, man, House Shoes is a lovely guy.
Yeah, real cool guy. Yeah, man, it was just sort of like a wicked little.
When can we expect that to drop? The video, have you got a date yet?
Not a date yet, but it will be a main single off my up and coming album.
Heavy, man. All right,
let's get a grind in.
Keep it pyro.